Thankfully, it's still on the hotbar because I spent all weekend just getting mad at Megabonk trying to do ridiculous unlocks. Whoever designed the orc in that game needs to be fucking flogged. Oh god, playing as the orc in Megabonk is so miserable. Imagine being the slowest piece of shit with the worst weapon. A weapon that only works when you get plus 10 projectiles.
You're talking about Megabot, that's like there's two books that I always go for. Attack speed and projectile count.
Speed, really? I thought cooldown would have been better. But yeah.
Attack speed I go for is mostly because all the weapons I go for typically benefits from more attacking.
But would you agree with me that the orc is kind of fucking hot ass?
Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's...
He is
Axe you need is projectile amount, but also projectile size.
Yeah. Like, you need both of those at level 10 for him to be comparable to a dude with a lightning stick. Or even just fucking Mr. Swordman. Anyway, I'm tired of being angry. Also, hello, Torpin.
What?
I was complaining about Megabonk.
Ah.
Because I had to play as the orc for hours today because he sucks. Anyway, enough about that. On Pathologic, last time, the big question was answered. I am not confused in my testimony to you, Inspector. I have lived and am living each life. The reason for this is my encounter with Simon Kane. You are reading this dossier wondering, how could one person be in so many places at once? Well, now you know. Shall we continue? So I don't quite grasp what the encounter with Simon Kane entailed. Mainly because I couldn't comprehend, I couldn't parse what he was saying because he was so loud. But as far as the gist as I get it is that, by encountering Simon Kane, Daniil's viewpoint has been so irrevocably changed that he is functionally a different entity entirely now. Like, he is perceiving the world differently now, much like Simon Kane. And it is causing some miscommunication. But now, I think all we have to do is talk to everyone. And then, make the big decision, don't we? The real fucked up part about this is that I still have to manage shit. I don't think I've ever been to the boat there. How late we were going, I was asleep when we talked to Simon. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit fatigued, that's why I couldn't quite fully comprehend what Simon was discussing with Daniil. Okay, what? Hey, give me those supplies. Have those always been here? Huh.
So, wait. Read that last line.
Ballast on a balloon.
Fuck you.
What?
It's lucky a cargo reference.
Oh, I see. Why can't I talk to them?
And worst of all, a coward.
Also,
Always been
I will
a
say
coward.
this.
Oh, I
He
hate
made
it.
choices with Simon that I would not have personally, but also, yes, basically Dankovsky now understands the nature of what he's been doing, as well as the fact that this is all a giant trial by Simon to get someone to inherit his will.
There were choices with the Simon dialogue?
Yes.
Ugh.
You could have told him to fuck off.
I didn't even parse that. I think maybe it was not a good idea to, like, stay that late. There will be golden spires there, thin, almost translucent needles that spear the sky, endlessly tormenting it, never letting it rest. There would be a place for you among them in Daniil, if you dared to step into the boat of the future, of course. Why such cruelty towards this poor sky? The sky, like the soul, is hindered by calm. It ought to be restless, to churn and gush. Do not be afraid. It will only be a little cruel. Sweet unrest is what awaits in the future. So you truly intend...
I actually weirdly agree with her on this.
How nature shouldn't be stagnant?
No. How, by becoming complacent, it's much harder to grow as a person and change.
I don't think
Sometimes you need a shake-up to be able to grow.
Among the signs are many gifted young people, the finest minds of the city and the greatest talents. But most importantly, these are the people engulfed in trembling restlessness. Those who yearn to soar, those who are ready to pierce the dome of the heavens so that the light of the Empyrean may pour through the breaches. Will you marry the young girl Gimski? That will depend on a number of circumstances. I'm not enchanted enough to desire that message, but the Bull Empire isn't going anywhere, and a link between our families may be necessary. I always knew such a sacrifice might be required of me. Perhaps you need someone of your own caliber, or at least close to it. 2 days ago I saw you in that role. I am very much in love with you, didn't you know? But in recent days an aster has grown in my chest. A blazing flower stretched towards the scarlet star. It calls thunder in my ears. Join me if you're ready to hear it too and follow it. But only if you are ready. Your star is not my star. But I do wish you well. Lie. Hey, big man. Also, the submerged boat is not confidence-inspiring, let's say.
Roots and blood. That's the foundation beneath our feet.
No golden city can stand without an accountant. I read that somewhere. Or maybe I made it up. Someone always has to count the building materials, you know. And that someone is to be you? I asked where they were going to get gold for the spires. Turns out no one ordered a shipment. It's not so hard. There are mines a couple of 100 versts to the north. It could be arranged. But for that, someone has to write to them. So you found yourself in a creative environment? There's more to come. By the way, I explained to Maria that the golden spires won't be very effective at scratching the sky. Gold's a soft metal. Steel spires with gold leaf would work much better. And what'd she say? She said that gold is a solar metal and it'll do the scratching regardless of the strength of materials. And you still believe the town beyond the river is a promising idea? You are speaking in wrong terms. Promising commercially? Hardly. But it's 100 times closer to my Garden City projects than anything you could achieve on this bank. Hence, it's already too late to think about the people's true well-being. There, we might have a chance. Perhaps you're right. Your father will never forgive you.
A soul is like a spring, or a bowstring. The harder you pull,
Georgie.
the further your thought reaches when you release.
A man who truly did nothing for us the entire game.
Well, he did something for you. He locked you in in time jail.
That wasn't for me. This little settlement has always been a little town in a snuff box. An experimental proving ground, a wind-up box with a surprise hidden inside. Simon tested his boldest hypotheses here. It's time to take the next step. Do you think they've been tested? What are the results? You know that in my leisure I sculpt statues, do you not? A statue is a stone's hypothesis. One may polish it without the end, yet over the years one learns when it's time to stop, lest extra diligence ruin the result, and to move on to the next stone. So you're in a boat because you're sailing to the next stone, as it were. The town beyond the river will be a town of the young. That's right. Simon so bequeathed it. Oh, excuse me. Yet youth needs the support of knowledge, and I am prepared to be that, to step into the background. I shall be their memory of errors, a warning to the proud. Do you think you're gonna succeed?
I like the first one, but also I don't like Georgie.
I'm trying to prove to be a neutral party here. Do you believe you'll succeed?
What makes a man go neutral?
You framed the question incorrectly. What's not matters is not belief, but resolve. The town beyond the river shall be. In the polyhedron?
So much pathos in you, it's unbearable.
It is tempting to say that one, but in the polyhedron, are you truly withdrawing from its fate? You never became one of the Keyneses, otherwise you would know that the Keynes and their allies always move forward. If that requires leaving even our finest project behind, so be it. Better that than the stumbling in the fetters of nostalgia. Seems like that's how you lose what truly matters. I could have said the last thing now when I was looking at that, but I feel like that'd be, like, too cheeky.
Not gonna talk to that shade?
You cannot.
Why is he green then?
I do not know. Oh,
Oh, wait.
there we go. Fools. They are taking away his body. I can't be anchored to a world this way. Neither can you. They want to bury him on the other side. The first grave of the new town rightfully belongs to the one who has paid for the failure of old miracles. Could Victor have been saved? Could I have found a different fate for him? Alas, he walked down the street that butchers fates, minimizing himself to a single possibility. Damn, I had hope. How did he die? The Inquisitor's punishment had banished his spirit and weakened his body. His heart could only withstand Nina's flame for a couple days, and then it stopped. But he could feel her, and for those few days he was happy. I'm at least happy for him. Victor cares not for your opinion, human. I even less so. What have you done to our son? To him and the children that called him their ruler? I can no longer hear them. I wish not to see you. Begone. I do not know where they are. What is an efficient route for this? I'm guessing train Olgimsky down then up. Also, geez, I'm getting a lot of apathy. Ah, damn it, I don't have anything to increase mania. I think the water pump is back though. Yep. Hiya.
I'd rather not
Let me
hear this.
run. Train station. I bet this is probably Ava. So this area is gonna suck because there's no way to increase mania at all nearby. Oh! It's you.
The seam must not split.
Farewell, Denkovsky. I could say something crude, but don't want to end on that note. After all, we won't be seeing each other again. What makes you think we won't? The world's smaller than it looks. And why do you think I'm standing here? I've signed up as a volunteer at the army. As a doctor, naturally. Patching up men under a shelling is a nobler kind of work than whatever this is. Same as ever, Ruben. No act without a flourish. I hunted the changeling all over town, saving a bullet for her. So many times I imagined shooting her in the stomach, watching her bleed out. Never found her. Maybe it's for the best. I won't have to carry that sin. Good luck, Ruben. You're gonna need it.
Hey, Wang.
Hmm?
Isn't it weird that there are no kids?
No, knowing what I did.
Ah, so you understand.
Yes. It was a deal with the devil I made to remove the children from the scenario. It was a bad decision. Because now this town effectively has no future.
You paid the piper. Hey, look, a child.
Hey, look at that. 2 of them.
Where are all the kids? Oh, they're all gone. Hey, look, a child.
What was that, Torpin? Torpin, what were you saying?
Oh, I said they're fake children. They're not real. Don't worry about it.
Puppeted.
Cardboard cutouts.
Militaire Sans Frontier is here. But we got a lot of talking to do. What are you doing here?
There once was a man of great humor, who found he was dead of a tumor. But he woke up today, to his neighbor's dismay, and that of his cow once he took her.
What? Is that you, Doctor? Don't stick your noses in at the warehouse. It's a real blaze there right now. But we're winning. Odd, I heard nothing about trouble at the warehouses today. Huh. Hiding, are they, the devils? We'll smoke 'em out. Grief's lot. The warehouses will be ours. You're an optimist. Why do you even need the warehouses? Do you think the town will hold? Tomorrow might not exist at all. If we're here, the town will be too. They'll tear down the tower soon and everything will go smooth as butter. So you're happy they're gonna tear down the tower? I should really put away what I'm fidgeting with right now, because that could be very bad for everyone's ears. I've been there. I've walked the facets myself. I know for sure it's all tricks. I've been telling everyone for ages. Every misfortune comes from the tower, and did anyone listen? They should have listened right away instead of standing there with their ears flapping. You've been in the tower and it didn't bewitch you like the rest? Astonishing. And I don't like being bewitched, lulled, throwing dust in my eyes, so I won't see the truth. You correct injustice in real life, right here, not inverted facets in imaginary worlds. I actually like Notkin a lot.
I agree with the first one, though.
You had to grow up too fast, Chieftain. I'd like to give Notkin a little hope. Big V.
There is no temple, but the temple of labor.
Why are you talking to me, bachelor? If you need something, go to her, my daughter. My daughter's the one running everything now. She's the head of the family. And you, Vlad? What'll you do now? I'll be proud of her. I will. I'll step aside. I've had enough. I'm old. The world should be handed to the young. Life's in them. And what about Vlad the Younger? Poor boy. It's my fault. Didn't keep an eye on him, the old fool. But that won't be the way with Victoria. No, it won't. All of my heart's in her now. Sure, Capella's hardly gonna side with the Canes.
Just take care of people. That's what Mother used to say. Those who protect others will walk a path of freedom.
Once I could do things, strange things, wondrous things. I knew what was hiding in a person's heart even if they were on the other side of town. I knew who was calling to me in their thoughts. Now I'll have to learn to do all this with just reason. Are you certain? You would sacrifice the mistress's gifts for... what? I am my father's daughter. That matters more than any gift. The town's going to die, and someone will have to bring it back. Rebuild it from the ground up. The Kanes are obsessed with the impossible. I will take care of what's immediate and earthly. What is necessary. To rebuild the town, you're first going to have to eradicate the plague. This isn't the first time. The town has defeated the plague before, and it will again. I hope you're right. It's also weird just because there is no plague, so like this feels weirdly
superstition.
well, it feels familiar because we've done this before multiple times. But there's a lot of going on about like the plague when there's no signs of it anymore. Wow, it's already 3:30. What the fuck? I hope I don't have to time loop just to see everyone's ending.
Why so jaded,
Why?
Dankowski?
Oh, you know, it's there.
Also, it's time to undo everything
What?
you've done and go back to yesterday.
Why?
Save the children.
Oh, yeah. He stood there, the bloody general. She came to make him pay for what he'd done to her father. She didn't even know before that she'd been living for this. Forgive me, Laura. I wanted to save you. I truly tried. But it was either you or the entire town. You did everything right. If the choice was her life or the town's, Laura wouldn't have hesitated for a second. She always chooses people. Except for that one time. She holds nothing against you, Doctor. An Indian, I let her die for nothing. The town's dying anyway. Looks like they're tearing down the polyhedron. Good. It always exuded a sense of melancholy. Its shadow moved across the city through the day like a giant needle on a clock face, and in that shadow it felt especially cold and eerie. I still can't believe gentle, delicate Lara nearly shot Alexander Block. Oh, there wasn't any nearly at all. Boy howdy. She got a clean fucking hit. There's more here.
Everyone got a clean hit. People were really good at killing Block.
Oh, Sticky!
I guess he couldn't live up to his name and block it.
A long neck and a fat body and hooves for feet. So it's an albino. And people say it wasn't the Earth that made it.
Hurry it up, kid. You've been fussing with this door and it's still not budging. Witnessed the young lockpicker's work 3 times. I got to thinking, Barley's got the switchblade. Real sweet. Bull's head on the grip. I asked to look at it and he cursed me out. I want that knife. Oi, what are you, born tightwad? Small as you are and always a miser. I already promised you have my kingdom. When I need Barley's knife, I'll fix you up with a different switchblade. Open up. What's happening here? Am I interrupting? Hell, what are you sneaking up like that, Doctor? I nearly died. Oh! Oh no! It's supposed to be Grief and Sticky talking, but they never changed Sticky's name. Now you, Dankowski, get this brat under control. He said he'd let me out. Maybe to deal like adults. I figured he had honors, he's extorting gifts out of me for 30 minutes for the privilege of breathing free. Oh.
He got the personality, he became bad brief.
I thought, like, he got brain jacked or something, but no, it's just a glitch. Oh, Grief, come on now, he only asked for a switchblade. Is your freedom worth less than that? Heh, I'm speaking plain and they're answering sideways. That ain't my knife. It'd wear it'd be in your pocket already. You want me to steal from Barley? You flip me off and send me packing. I'll give you any other knife, I swear. Open the door! I don't want any other knife. I want that one. The switchblade with the bull's head on the knife. It seems he means it, Grief. If you want out, accept the terms. You two? You taking the kid's side now? This is highway robbery. Fine, you'll get your knife, kid. Mock my word. Open the door and let's get out of here before they scoop us all in a cellar. Go on. I won't tell anyone. Danko gets a knife. He's had a gun! Twice! 3 times, in fact. I wonder what Yulia is up to. Did she actually get us what we need? Look, I'm not gonna take the knife from the kid. Come on, the kid earned that. Sticky earned everything. He's been so useful. I'm not gonna ask for a cut of the stuff just because I want a knife. That's Sticky's knife.
Yeah, Sticky already did you a huge solid, so like, I don't know, this is kind of paying it back.
Multiple times, in fact. Why are there 2?
Oh, she seems to be doing great.
Why are there 2 fates unknown in the Trammel?
It's so lonely here.
Only hours left. Yulia, did you study the map? Inside and out. Turns out I haven't slept in over a day now. Don't keep me in suspense. Your tone frightens me. Alas, Stankowski, if the map is to believe, diverting the blood from beneath the polyhedron won't work after all. If it stood even 300, 500 meters to the west, we might have risked it, but alas.
I mean, I agree with number 3.
Are you certain? I spent all night looking for options. An artificial barrier in the path of the Blood River would redirect the blood straight into the Gorkon. That would be even worse. Explosive earth to alter several nearby tunnels at once had every chance of collapsing the first town, half the town underground. But the map is incomplete. Farquaad didn't finish it. There are blank spots. And those spots, by all appearances, are located in the most inaccessible places. Even talking just by purely material, physical acts. What
noise?
Oh, I'm fidgeting with another thing. I didn't think it was popping up. Even just talking the purely material, physical aspect of an expedition to clarify the blank spots, how much time would that take? How much more people would die of the plague? Was it all for nothing? I got carried away with hope yesterday myself, but Farquaad's map confirms that the polyhedron's pumping blood from underground and therefore the sand plague as well. The rod's location is fatally unfortunate. Right now, the only chance for the town is to demolish the entire structure. So there is no miracle. Then so be it. I wanted a compromise so badly. One where the town and the polyhedron survived. That this morning I asked an old acquaintance of mine to double-check the calculations. She's not an engineer, but uniquely talented with numbers. Her verdict was exactly the same. Who is she? Do I know her? I don't know. I don't think so, though anything's possible. I once worked with her a little in the capital. She's still there in the room with the model, studying my old urban planning material. I think she wouldn't mind speaking to you personally. Thank you for trying, for sharing in my naive hope. You're bitterly mistaken. Who is this?
Yo, who?
What?
Piece of shit.
What the f— When I first heard the doctor from the capital had been put in charge of emergency command, I was full of hope. I do understand we're hopelessly provincial, that we need guidance. But you can't even govern yourself, and you've only read about responsibility and duty in books. Alas. It's rich to hear you philosophize about loyalty after you changed, what, 3 masters? No, Doctor. All this time I've been loyal to my master. You're mistaken that you assumed that master was you. I never served you, and I never served Karminski. So you were spying on me. I'll repeat myself. I served my master, and I wanted to help the town too. It's a pity our wishes didn't align. And how, in your view, does demolishing the polyhedron help the town? They showed me the tower's blueprints and told me about the underground rivers. I'm no engineer and no geologist, and unlike you, I don't pretend to be omniscient. But it seems convincing to me that pulling that structure down will be our salvation.
Pull the thing out of it by taking down the polyhedron, and it's just a blood fountain.
That's kind of what I'm expecting to happen, honestly.
Blood ocean.
Roma Tradoribus non primat.
Fuck you, Heron.
You. And also Buggy, I can barely talk to you.
I can't stitch it together.
Hey, her friend from the
But
capital.
I can cut the knot.
Also, she was grabbing her side. Good afternoon, Bachelor Denkovsky. Yesterday we left much unsaid, but you're wounded. Do you need medical attention? Yes, wounded. No, I don't need it. I've already found help. An attack in a dark alley. It can happen to anyone. It's well known that this town has many troubled quarters. It's also well known that Karminski is in town, capable of filling those quarters with people given the right order. Karminski tried to kill you? Using the situation in town as a cover. A calculation brilliant in its simplicity. But as you can see, it didn't work and I'm still alive. But never mind. My relationship with Karminski isn't the subject of this. And what is our subject? I've definitively clarified the cause of the sandplate epidemic. 1. Rivers of bull's blood beneath the town, an ideal breeding ground for the bacterium. 2. The polyhedron stake, which has pierced through such a river and is pumping blood to the surface. I only fully figured it out myself yesterday. This puzzle wasn't simple, but simple ones don't stoke the thrill. I managed to have a conversation about the polyhedron with its creator on the second day. Our mutual second day in the town. What? But on the second day, no one knew about the plague yet. First of all, that's not true. Ordinary's townspeople who witnessed the first outbreak were whispering about the conditions of the walls of the late Isidore Barak's house. Second, I didn't say Peter Stamatin and I talked about the plague. We talked about the polyhedron. Peter doesn't like talking about it. Really? After your conversation? And after your conversation on the third day, you wanted to burn the blueprints. Whether he likes it or not is one question, but every creator constantly argues with himself about his creation. Helping that argument come to the surface isn't so difficult. As for the further fate of the blueprints, I wasn't too interested in that anymore. So you question So you question him completely unrelated to the plague? What if Lane Karminski die instead of the brothers will mean Agatha doesn't end up wounded here? Oh, more than likely. You won't argue that the polyhedron is the most remarkable object in this town in every sense, will you? It pierces the landscape so dramatically that it's impossible not to be interested in it. Especially since I was aware of the focus concept and the rumors that the polyhedron was built precisely as a focus. And what, did you figure out focus as well? And what, did you figure out focus as well? To some extent. At least, that same day I visited Simon's study, a confirmed focus. I wanted you to understand in sensory terms what it meant. A curious development, even brilliant, but still more to Karminski's tastes. Though perhaps I missed something after all. With the epidemic's arrival, I had to switch to more practical tasks. But how did you learn about the tunnels with infected blood? Also from Brock? After all, you're the one who told me that to come to the shelter yesterday evening. Yes, and as you can see, I wanted to share it with you. Artemy, Barak, and I met early on. I was interested in a man accused of murdering the best local doctor, who was his own father. We found common ground. He certainly has time for making acquaintances. He's a man of rare intellect, and more importantly, rare principles. His worldview, stitched together from scraps of different culture, impressed me. Artemy told me about certain kin customs. Ultimately, those conversations led both of us to think that the plague solution would be sought somewhere beneath the abattoir. Incredible intuition. His or yours? Have I satisfied your curiosity regarding my source of information? Can we move on to the essence? To the town's fate? I was curious what words you'd use to formulate that essence for yourself. I have received my answer. In any case, all fates are already decided. General Block insists that we put an end to this today. His artillery is ready. Half an hour ago, I already sent him my order where to aim. But you're in an unofficial capacity. This town is Karminski's responsibility. As you can notice from my current state of health, Karminski isn't too confident in the strength of his positions. Otherwise, he would have sent disguised bandits after me. Well, Block doesn't want to, and he doesn't have the right to make such a serious decision independently. His shaky position doesn't allow him to take on such responsibility. Mine is also shaky, but I am willing to take the risk. And now what? Today in the cathedral, there will be a discussion of the final details. It is a formality, but if you want, you could drop by. I'll write you a pass if I can find some scrap of paper Yulia doesn't need. However, you still haven't asked what decision was made. Because it's obvious? Because I'm afraid.
I mean, are you afraid to hear it? Because you already know in your heart what it is.
I'm still kind of afraid because it means sort of an inevitability.
Kinda like to, honestly.
General Block's artillery will demolish the polyhedron today. It is the only way out. One way or another, the decision is made.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a problem. And sent to General Block 35 minutes ago in 3 copies in case the messengers have difficulties. The evidence I've gathered is sufficient for demolition. Are you not sorry about the polyhedron? Not even a little? No. I respect its concept, its filigree execution, but no more than that. Don't take this as a religious statement, but the polyhedron is best described by the words false idol. People killed and died for it, lost their minds and their own dignity, and it brought them only disease.
I agree.
Alas. Denkovsky, do you want to pass to the cathedral? I'll be glad if you agreed to share in my triumph. You gave the town a chance to live to see this day. I stand on your soldiers. And not now, but still think about future cooperation with the Inquisition. Oh, and not now, but still think about future cooperation with the Inquisition. People like you are needed in the service. I'll come to the cathedral. Thank you. I'm not ready to discuss the future right now. Let the present finish first. Excellent. With your permission, I would like to end our conversation. I need to rest. Surely among the townspeople you'll find many other conversation partners. Everyone today is frozen in anticipation of the denouncement.
Denouement.
Oh, denouement. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't think I've ever seen that written, actually. Hard to believe it's all ending. Oh, I am so depressed.
And yeah, you're blasting the fucking polyhedron to bits.
And there's nothing to dropkick nearby. Ugh. We did kill our Shabnak, but not the actual Shabnaks. I can't imagine that makes any sense of the word, but that is the statement.
Misophonia Denkovsky.
God, in a way it kind of feels like I did everything wrong.
Misophonia Denkovsky.
Because boy howdy, it just seems like everything's going to shit. What? Huh. Is it going wrong or changing? Hate that door. They look to be doing fine.
No promises about taste.
I mean, think
But
about
it'll
it. His wife's no
certainly be
longer
hot.
in pain, and they could possibly have kids now.
Denkovsky, I'll only ask you one question about my wife. Of course. I'll take it you secured her consent to discuss delicate matters. Katerina never had any mystical gift, did she? Sorry, what? Don't imagine any nonsense. I'd imagine and still admire her humble faith, her ability to see the world's ugliness and accept it, rather than try to stitch it into something new. But that's deeper than mysticism. It's the beauty of an ordinary human soul, isn't it?
I like number 3 personally.
I don't know, these days I've become convinced miracles do exist. All these years I've been convinced that her barrenness was the price of her warm-hearted gift, that we bore this yoke because she was the cost of miracle-working power. But if that were true, she couldn't have been healed. And you healed her. That's right, injury and illnesses aren't fate, nor are they some fair payment for anything. They're just mistakes that can and must be corrected. You saved this town, my wife, and my future from death. I am ashamed I doubted you. A different life will begin here now. What sort? I'll convene the town council. Instead of 3 families, or let's say in addition to them, we will choose the best representatives of the community. The plague has shown that sensible delegation of responsibility to those on the ground let one withstand the gravest calamities. What do you think of the polyhedron? All these years it has irritated me. A hollow glass trinket. Money poured into it, lives ruined for it, years laid down for it. An ornament utterly disproportionate to the labor spent. But now, when it's doomed, I find I pity it a little. It is beautiful, after all. A shame they'll tear it down. It isn't just a trinket. I can see you fully believe that. And unlike the Canes, you won't go chasing the next bad notion. Grief over loss is the inevitable companion of any man who sticks his nose beyond his own plate. Perhaps you ought to speak of it with Katerina. You misunderstood me. You know what, never mind.
My path was called the humble. I wanted to understand pain, to accept a world where it is so abundant. But the step kept piercing gaze on me.
The voices have fallen silent. He does not wish to speak to me. I whisper to him and beg, but he does not answer, does not come. Perhaps if you gave a little medicine, I might be able to. Meaning the rat prophet? It's for the best that he's silent now. He should stay away from you. The town is in agony, and I sit here. A fine mistress I am. If only I could help it somehow. Alexander said the polyhedron would be torn down today. Is that true? Its fate will be decided today, that much is true, but whether it will be torn down is still unknown. But you won't allow it. That must not happen. What makes you think that's within my power? If there is even still a spark of the mistress's power left in me, then I know this. The polyhedron is a miracle and must not be destroyed. If it is gone, that is a sentence for us all. To live in a world without miracles. Can there be a fate more dreadful? I fear the polyhedron is the cause of the plague. If it's not torn down, everyone will die. If only I could see my daughter one last time. Alexander won't tell me where she's gone. Will you tell me? You wouldn't believe me anyway. And that's them. Now, Peter Stamatin in Andre's body. Let's let me get there. Maybe? It's interesting that Detective Vision doesn't tell me where to go.
Never alone.
I don't know if that's a bug or if it's basically a, oh, no, there we go. Please let me run, I'm dying here.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Oh, you're here. I thought Peter would be here.
How about we build a town without any damn children?
Yeah, it was me. Me. What are you staring at? It doesn't matter now, so I'll admit it. I was the one trying to kill you. Why? When the Inquisitor arrived, everyone learned you were working for him, and the clever ones understood at once. He's above all the poking through dirty laundry himself. He's asking you about our sins. I got a sin or two of my own. Who doesn't? So I thought, almost everyone in this town hates you. If you turned up dead in some abandoned house, no one would even blink. Not even your Inquisitor. Reports of my loyalty to Karminski are greatly exaggerated, but I see your reasoning. It's probably exactly what he was after. Doesn't matter now anyways. Whatever it was will burn on the funeral pyre. We'll all drop here without distinction. The righteous and the guilty, the clever and the fools. But at least before we die we'll get a real show. Watching that squiggle come crashing out of the sky. You don't pity the polyhedron at all? I don't even pity the living. Why would I pity some dead rebar? Maybe I'm afraid to die. And it's unfair. But this way at least, I'll get to go out with a bang, you see? Nothing's decided yet. God, the little red gleam there, I think is an accidental but pretty good detail. Man, she really wasn't all... Actually, was she at all relevant in Pathologic 2 as either? Because, like, we've only seen her 3 times throughout this entire game.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
Well, you're waiting.
I'm gonna be real, I don't remember.
It has been 7 years since Pathologic 2, so I'm not shocked.
When we first started, said she was some kind of bad character.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the graveyard. It's just... What was that?
Like, was she like a trafficker or something? Was she like a
Yes, she kidnapped and trafficked children.
Yes. Oh! Peter got his body back? Oh no, wait!
You mean got his body back?
Oh god, I'm a dumbass. They're twins. I thought they mind swapped their bodies or some dumb shit.
No, they just changed their hair, dude.
I know. I didn't even think of... Look, there is so much miraculous bullshit happening that I thought they just body swapped.
No, they're identical twins.
I keep forgetting that.
You completely forgot what happened last stream.
I keep forgetting the fact that they're twins, okay?
Specifically identical twins.
Like... Were their models the same in the original game? I'd have to look at that. Shit. Where is his brother? Have you seen his brother? Even in death, he worries about his brother. Andre was a bad man, but a good brother. A bad man. I'd laugh if I could, but I have no mouth. And no laughter. Forgive me, buddy. I failed you. God, I sure as shit did.
What is a living heart? Why is everyone talking about it?
You shouldn't have saved me, Denkovsky. Without my brother, I'm just a shard. Only I could rein him in, and only he could pin me to the earth. Now he's gone, and soon the wind of history will carry me off as well. You could go on creating.
I agree with the first one.
Yeah, I do too. You could go on creating, for his sake. No. I poured all of myself into the polyhedron. Nothing remained. I scraped my soul bare.
Oh, congrats. They're destroying the polyhedron, so it might set your soul free.
They're tearing it down. Its fate is decided today. It has no fate. Don't you care about your own masterpiece? I'm just a shard. We all
and
are.
we all are is the most correct. Or what you learned, at least.
The dead know no greed.
They are lost, wandering and wandering through the emptiness. Maybe in 100 years they'll meet, but they won't recognize one another. Who are you talking about now? The Stomatans or Farkad? All of them. Miracle makers. After death, they all end up here. It's beautiful there. Everything's like marble. And no one around. Not a single living soul. It makes me want to weep for them. Sounds like hell. And their tower creaks so loudly that I can't hear my own thoughts. The tower is crying for the hands of its builders. The tower is going down soon. It's almost a certainty. Not likely to remain intact. Really? Good. I hate it. The tower always frightened me, because there's no death there. And where there's no death, there's only emptiness, and nothing else. What do you mean there's no death there? What are you trying to say? Death is a cry from beneath the ground, and the tower was built to shut death's mouth. Death doesn't like being silenced. I think the tower was opposing death? It's literally the opposite. It pierced the underground rivers like a rod and called forth the plague.
I mean, she's right.
I don't know how to explain it. That tower laughs at death, mocked it, teased it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it properly. You may be much wiser than so-called wise men.
And she's right, it was laughing at death.
Yeah? You get so many supply... Huh? Oh, boy.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it floats.
The left hand doesn't know what the right's up to, and the right doesn't know the left's secrets.
I'm back at the cemetery again, to my old circles, back to my circles. I've walked in circles too. And where did you end up? Latched onto the polyhedron like a calf on its mother's teat and can't let go. A grown man and still at it like an infant. What are you gonna do now? Step onto the stage and fix everything you broke. I know how, and my hands are free. Now I only need the will. Farewell, girl of good intentions. Don't bother me, human. Can't you see I'm busy? And what exactly are you busy with? I'm finishing my meal. The dolls? You asked me to save the children, to get them out of the wretched tower. I got them out. What have you done? You wanted the wretched tower empty, and it's empty. No children there. Are they somewhere else? Well, how will you find out now? Maybe I gnawed their umbilical cords clean of the tower. Perhaps I swallowed them whole. Frightening, isn't it? Not knowing. Terrifying. Maybe I should go and do that.
I'd say get your ending first.
Though it is a bit distressing because I'm only getting more and more apathetic.
Anything further south?
Good call, because I was realizing we never saw Barack. That being said, 17. I'm gonna do something real quick. Though I hope this isn't gonna bring things too down to the wire. There we go.
I could use some quiet.
I'm guessing Burak and Taya. Dankowski, please run!
Not feeling it today.
Oh, it's more than 2. Interesting. Wow, there's a lot of them here. Oh god, you're still alive.
I'm big as a bull.
needed to pull my yoke.
Young Burak chose the path of strength, proved himself worthy of the kin. He spared my life, now mine is in his hands. I have not earned release through death. Why do I always run into you in the most unexpected and suspicious places? It's you. You pointed young Burak's eyes in the right way. He looked and let me keep living. Amidaral, a dirty life. He did not allow blood to be paid with blood. So you were involved in Isildur's death after all. Isildur was always willful. He went to live in the town, took a wife not of the Hatang. He kept company with the madmen of the Stone Yard and became a madman himself, Galzu. I understood what I was doing. I meant to fight evil with evil, and I was ready to pay. I didn't imagine the cruelest price would be being made to pay nothing. Don't worry, soon everyone will pay for everything. The fate of the town and the polyhedron are being decided today. The fate of the town will be decided not in stone, but on the ground. Outsiders never decided anything. The stone yards will fall, the glass tower will fall. That will be good. It will be right. The kin have gained a new warden, one fit to start again. He was harsh, but I will be the first to bow under his rule. Good for the kin, then. At least someone will have a place when what follows is done. Oh! Wow, you were only really relevant on the first days, huh?
Pit-a-pat. Pit-a-pat. Oh, pit-a-pat. 3 coffin bears, 2 mice, and a bat.
I was very sick, very hot, my whole body twisting. And then Bear gave me a little drink made of warm blood, and now my body's not weird anymore. Sticky says Bear drew the plague away from me. You think he cured you of the plague? Bear went down underground and became a warden. He'll save everyone now. Anyone he gives blood to doesn't fear the plague anymore. You just have to let the blood come up from the earth. The tower's in the way. It plugs it. So the panacea works? Then, even so, what's the point? You may be cured, but tomorrow you'll just be infected again. No! If there's enough warm blood, he'll cure everyone. Whatever the methods, I'm glad he at least cured you, Murky.
Can you smell yesterday? I can.
It's so weird that her mouth is not moving now. Like, I'm pretty sure it moved in 2 and in the original, so this is an interesting decision if intended. My son is with his people, and I don't have long left. Everything comes back around to Suak. Are you happy? Yes, and that pleases me. Well, at least someone's happy. Once more, in your tongue and for the last time, the kin will not be trampled under Ilgimski's boot again. A wise ruler's gentle hands will pull our thread forward. Pray he shows you mercy. I thought you prayed to Bos Turak. How could you crown a man with a god's wreath and not call it blasphemy? They haven't patched it for so long that it feels intentional, but that can't be. It's weird, but also lends to the mystique a little. Sing Sang Reb. Alright, I heard you, I'll leave. Hello, little lady. Ah, danced myself sore. My little legs ache. Danced, and death will pass you by. What are you so happy about today? What are you celebrating? The town will die tomorrow. As long as we're here, the town is here. As long as our legs hurt from dancing, death can't outdance us. The warden will protect us. They're deciding the polyhedron's fate and second is dancing. This town, full of contrasts. Really? So much good news. At least Alon Notai will vanish. She's foreign, unfit for nature. Every miser was from her. The Shabnakadir came because of her, brought the sickness. Bolkomende. Dance with us and death won't touch you too. No thanks. I'm a terrible dancer. Alright, big man. You gonna put a shirt on at some point?
Go, Amshen. I need time to collect my tools.
Again. Hello, Inon. One last hello. Why? My finale has come. My people have taken me in. When the music goes quiet, I won't be the man you know. Not a surgeon, but a Menku. Not a half-blood from a lost little town, but a warden of the kin. You'll still be you. Where's your stubbornness gonna go, for instance? Stubbornness will serve me. The kin stands fast, and yet it was melting under the pressure of the future. I won't let that happen. I know the future by sight, and I'll bargain with it. You know, I thought my father's road was calling me, but it wasn't. He had other plans altogether. My own road found me. I'm glad for you. Look me in the eyes, Oinon. There you go again with the So you're not glad for your finale? Victory could be fickle and heavy, especially victory over death. Why do you say that? That you're not glad? I see it. You mourn that cursed tower as though it were alive. That tower poisoned the town, killed folk by the thousand. Now they'll put it down, and blood from beneath it will make a panacea. Temel baika yohtoi. And you don't feel sorry for it at all? You always turned your nose up at step tales, said my folks lived on illusions. But the tower's an illusion made of illusions. Beauty's snare, asking you to avert your eyes from all the deaths. I'm sorry for you, first hater of death, if you still remain caught in that snare. Maybe it'll still turn out otherwise.
I stepped away briefly. What is the thing he said?
He said, go, Oinon, I need to fetch the tools. A kind of in-joke from Pathologic 1. From the original voice acting of Pathologic 1.
Oh.
Did he say Umshin? In the original Pathologic, he says, word for word, go Onion, I need to collect the tools. In the HD re-release, he says, go Oinon, I need to fetch my tools. This time he calls you Umshin instead of Oinon, which is a matter of respect, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because you have gone above and beyond for Barack, and he fucking respects the shit out of you for it.
Warm hands, cold heart, huh? The saying goes the other way.
Go on, forward. Fight for your ideology. Or give up. Whatever your wager, you lose anyway. Are you not going to try to prove to me you know a better way for the town than I do? You won't listen to me anyway. That's one. And two, my path isn't the kind you win in a debate. To see it, you have to retune your heart, and yours is small and calloused. Why aren't you inside at your general's side? Actually, no. Still, I'm curious. If you're deciding right now where to aim the cannons, what would you do? If I were deciding, there'd be no need to aim them. The cannons would turn into a child's drawing, and they'd fire flowers. In other words, you don't have a real answer? How do you explain to a drawing on a sheet of paper what vertical is? To an infant what the square root of -1 is? You don't know the words I speak. Alright then, I'd change people so the contradiction itself would dissolve. I could do that. Crawl into a soul. Satisfied? There are no solutions without sacrifice. I'm telling you, you won't understand. Go, draw your paper triumph. I doubt it'll be a victory. Clara believes that only my choice matters. I just need to understand where to apply it. By order of General Block, the cathedral is closed to visitors today. We ask you leave the grounds and its vicinity. I have a permit. This is valid. You may pass. Thank you. Choice. General, am I understanding you correctly? You truly intend to fire a cannon at a miracle?
The feet go slow when the head's full of snow.
Affirmative. I beg you, let's do without barbarism. You don't even understand what you're dealing with, or how unique the polyhedron is. Bringing it down is like burning the Library of Alexandria. How am I going to navigate this? If I even can.
Follow your heart.
No Library of Alexandria is worth the life of an entire town. I'd hoped in the end you and I would be on the same side, Dankovsky. But alas. As for you, General, I remind you that the Inquisition's official representative in this town is me. You cannot make decisions of this magnitude without my approval. Yes, you were appointed officially. However, by fate, there are 2 Inquisitors in this town, and Lilith has provided me with extremely convincing evidence that demolishing the polyhedron will save the town. I trust the results of her investigation.
The squeal of the gears can't halt the machine.
Thank you. And as a marginal note, the results of my investigation will not only help save the town, which is, of course, the highest priority, they also help us survive any future attacks, win the tribunal, etc. Karminski, colleague, as a professional, what do you say about my evidentiary base? As a professional, I concede it's brilliant. Calculations, blueprints, maps, testimonies from those involved, the archives of the first outbreak, excursions into the Bull Enterprise production process and the kin's sacrificial practices. My applause, Lilik. My applause.
And 3 is correct.
Yeah, based on everything we've done, it is a kind of a hard confirm that the polyhedron is a problem. I'm prepared to confirm Lilik is right. The polyhedron is killing the town. I, however, have evidence of the polyhedron's uniqueness and therefore its strategic value. I have the authority to declare it an object under state protection. And you know perfectly well, Karminski, which amendment I will cite in response. Proven danger to the public overrides strategic value. Tower has claimed thousands of lives. Though your voice is an advisory, Denkovsky, I'm glad you agree to my conclusion. I'll admit, the situation is complicated. I didn't expect to find myself between two inquisitors. I'm obliged to obey each of you, though Karminski's official status carries greater weight. However, I have another directive, received before I was dispatched to this town. Prevent the plague from spreading further across the country, and Lilic's decision aligns with that directive. General, surely you're not a barbarian. The tower contains answers, secrets our mind aren't capable of grasping. Destroy it and you'll deprive all of humanity forever the possibilities it might have granted. Trying to prick my pride? Yes, in this dilemma, I'll look like a blunt soldier, incapable of comprehending the grandeur of existing mysteries. Perhaps that's how posterity will remember me. So be it. The main thing is to finish off the plague. Save lives. History is written by the victors. If Lilic is right, and demolishing the polyhedron stops the plague, posterity will understand it, and they won't forget. General, choose. Don't press him, Lilic. The General has already chosen, and a couple minutes delayed to your triumph won't change anything. General, I want to be present for the salvo fired at eternity.
Can we tie Karminski to the polyhedron?
I sure wish we could. As you wish, Karminski. Lilic, I will comply with your order. The polyhedron will be demolished. It's the only correct decision. What's all this debris doing here, huh? God, I
love. Get your head away from that cannon.
Yeah, I like the little detail of like the headshot pointed at her.
Is loading Karminski into the cannon, firing at the polyhedron.
He does a salute as he flies through the air. God, it taking out the cathedrals was truly tragic.
It took out the cathedral? Really?
The other way.
Blood!
Yep, there's the gaping wound in the earth.
Maybe it'll finally clot. For trivia's sake, the burning of Alexandria did not cause any loss of knowledge. All the archives and books have been relocated to smaller branch libraries throughout Egypt before the razing. Huh.
Look at all the bulls. I miss Bacchio.
He's comprehending the sky.
What are little boys?
Comprehending the sky?
Snips.
He was on the polyhedron.
And lethal mistakes.
I have faith that he left the polyhedron. A paradoxical choice. Perhaps the only one genuinely intriguing. One that, at a remove, almost resembles free will. You reached the heart of the polyhedron and chose to destroy it? I wasn't ready to abandon the people I walked this road with. Unexpected. We had the impression you deal with people. We were under the impression that you dealt with people, how do I put it, in a calculated manner. Yet here you are, so attached. I always respected intellect, talent, and courage. No regrets? Regret isn't in my nature. Well then, This decision will, without question, affect how the Commission judges you, Thanatica. Judges you. Thanatica. What will become of it is in your hands. What you've done says a great deal about you. To save lives, you surrendered mysteries that I believe had bewitched you entirely. A man such as you could be trusted with further research into advanced medicine. As though I asked your permission. Well, of course you didn't, but without that permission, you could have walked out of this room. Why the scowl, bachelor? Rejoice! We're returning your child to you. I was mistaken to think medicine holds the secret of death and immortality. It lies on another plane. What are you saying? The polyhedron perished, but it showed me that human thought can move beyond boundary and can create genuine wonders. I'm sure there are more of them yet, hidden in the distant reaches of our land. You're likely right. I could go, yes? The interrogation's over? Thank you. Everything else is none of your concern.
Oh, hey, look, a projector.
Or a recorder.
Oh, time to leave. Fuck this place. Fuck this guy.
You open a door and the cannon is pointing at the door at edge and blows you up.
Question is, where am I going? Huh. Still at it, huh?
Hey, look at that board.
Board?
The board with the smoke by it.
What about it? A pawn for checkmate? Actually, no, it can't be, because, like... Oh, no, it is, because if the king takes the pawn, the knight takes him. That's really funny.
I'll follow you through hell, but not high water. If it gets to high water, that's on you.
What's going on, Chief? I thought your return would bring them to their senses, but the committee is acting as if Thanatica no longer exists. They won't tell us anything.
People, yes. Godskin, covered in skin. That's what they are. People.
They do love keeping people in the dark. Thanatica truly no longer exists. Not because they're shutting it down, but because we no longer need it. What? No! You came back! The epidemic is defeated! They can't... You promised to bring back an immortal man! Please, don't keep us in suspense! Did you succeed? You didn't come back empty-handed, did you? Will Thanatica be saved? Seraphima, I'm sure you're familiar with the saying, sought copper, found gold? Ooh. You hate sayings, boss. A saying is the refuge of a weak mind. Those are your words. In that town at the edge of the world, I realized that my approach to understanding immortality was fundamentally flawed. The medical path is a dead end. Death is transcendent, and victory over it lies not in the cell. It is hidden in the world of miracles. And so what? Years of research, dozens of scientific papers, hundreds of lectures, all for nothing? Is that what you're saying? Not at all. The most crucial skill of a scientist is the ability to admit mistakes. That's the only way to move forward, the only way to find a way out of a dead end. Alas, Thanatic is a dead end. I'm sorry. What about you? What'll become of you now? I'll move on, in search of other towns and the miracles scattered there. Within laboratory walls, science is like lightning in a bottle. It's cramped. Truth can no longer be contained by laboratory walls. I don't recognize you. You traded science for miracles? If you had seen what I'd seen and experienced what I experienced, you wouldn't ask such questions. What have you seen? What did you mean by miracles, anyway?
I like 3 personally, but up to you.
That's what I'm wondering is what I want to say. They're called impossible objects sometimes. Edifices that tear the very fabric of reality. You know, there is something to the chief's words. Sometimes I would read an anecdote about a far reach out of country in a newspaper and consider, perhaps simply we don't understand. Perhaps that's possible too. I've heard of a place that has more lacunas than space. A mathematical curiosity. Also, wow, it's hot in here. Platin, Chief's considering abandoning science. Your jokes are untimely. My goal is still the same. Humanity deserves more. A breakthrough to the stars. Farewell, Chief. Or not. I might consider stretching my legs a bit, or I might not. Who knows? It's nor a farewell. Never. Now, for certain it is possible to look beyond the law. There are still remarkable little towns north of the country. Perhaps I will find the secrets of immortality. And thus he's at it again.
It wasn't what he wanted, but it was certainly what he needed.
Morpho Butterfly, a man reborn. Whoa! Wow, that was a hard cut. What achievement did I get?
Miracle Seeker.
Achieve the unexpected ending broader than it first appeared. I'm guessing that's the polyhedron ending. Oh, I should also turn that note off. Oh, what a fascinating game. I will say this, IPL still has their teeth, for better or worse. I do gotta say, I was impressed with this game. Like, hearing another Pathologic, a Pathologic 3 was coming out, kinda had me a little worried, and it's definitely not what I expected. It's not... I still think it's the best thing they've ever made, but as usual, nothing is ever perfect. Of course, it can't really expect perfection from anyone, really, but even IPL has, you know, limitations.
They already have made the perfect game. It's called Cargo, to question failure.
P4 is going to be insane. That's the... I shouldn't say that's the question of if it'll happen. Because Pathologic 2 was a miracle out of fucking nowhere, and it was apparently so successful that Pathologic 3 exists. And Pathologic 3 has caught the eye of a very infamous YouTuber that is incredibly popular. So it's hard to believe that But 4 Mutt has a pretty good chance of succeeding. But I don't know what that means. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, undo the results. Outside of the minor details of doing, you know, correcting some mistakes, I'm quite pleased with the ending. And I feel like it's always going to be the case because, you know, as a student of medicine, I'm always of the firm belief that you should do what's necessary now and preventative measure when you can. Because life in the moment is more important than theoretical savings in the future. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that we never actually made the vaccine. Because, like, in the original game, you make the vaccine and it becomes his case. And you save the future, but damn the present. It doesn't seem like while we made the vaccine, ultimately it doesn't matter. Because powers beyond us were making choices that we were incapable of intercepting. But overall, I still think Barack's ambitions are more thoughtful and productive than making the vaccine. Because, like, at the end of the day, even though we witnessed miracles and did everything we could to save who we can, we were still incapable of saving those who slipped through our fingers. Meanwhile, it seems like Barack ultimately saved everyone, really. Pathologic has been picked up by multiple giant YouTubers, true. It's such a weird thing, though, Ish, in that IPL and Pathologic are so abrasive that it never seems like it would get, like, a momentum of success, you know? It would always be, like, kind of an underground thing, a very, like, niche cult classic. But here we are at Pathologic 3. In no way a miracle in itself. Because, like, I'm still sitting here at these credits thinking, how the fuck did we get here? They just keep making Pathologic. Honestly, I kinda hope 4 happens. Because throughout all of this, we still don't have a complete and proper Changeling ending. Because, like, what was it? Originally Danko was going to be appended to 2 as, like, another route? But then they decided to make his own game, which, honestly, fucking awesome? Pathologic 4 is going to happen unless they are unable to do the finances. That is what I'm worried about, Velvis. It is not the will of the creator that I'm worried about. It is the purse strings. Because, like, while I hope that they're able to do it, I am still a realist, and the graveyard of dead games that have been through early access and Kickstarter are still a mountain of evidence that give me pause. So, like, I have faith that IPL will attempt Pathologic 4. Will they complete it is the real question. We can probably call Danko a time criminal now. Oh, I'd argue that was always the case. Like, man, we cheated so much in Pathologic 1. That might as well have been Pathologic 3 by any other name. But yeah, it really is interesting that, like, this story went from a man doggedly finding his results to a man warped by a miracle. Is it odd that I would like IPL to return to the void to clean out the rain's rough edges? I mean, it's not. Like, it is always a want to see the developers that you adore so much approach the games you want to see. Like, I want Atlas to port Strange Journey upwards. I would also like to see the void actually comprehensible too. But remember, at the end of the day, it's all about momentum in the moment and the purse strings that tie us. I'm hard-pressed to call this game of the year. It's so close, but it's the two factors of we're still very early in the year and a lot can still happen, but also, like, this game was falling apart at the end. They still stuck the landing, which is a miracle in itself, but man, I was
Meatman 420!
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
But, like, at the end of the game, I do admit I was really struggling to keep going forward.
Yeah, here's something I've been sitting on for a while.
Yeah, because you've basically been doing research in a way to help keep this operation going smoothly. Such was my story, but if I want, I could tell it differently. I don't need to start from the beginning for this. There's enough amalgam in this room.
So you're not done.
What am I missing?
Turn on the projector.
Well then, senor, your story turned out sad and a little funny, as it should be. We don't know about you, but for us, it's about regrets. So many of them cast shadows on the face of the town. And what do you regret? I'm torn between 1 and 4. Because I honestly I do believe in 4.
I mean, 1 is true, though. There were things you wanted to do that you never could.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically thinking of it like, yeah, like 4 is basically I've done everything that I wanted to do, but number 1 is basically some things you wish you could have done.
We are in the looking glass of probabilities, senor. You've walked one facet as far as your strength and imagination allowed. But here in the heart of the glass rose, all petals are open. Simply put, aren't you curious how the story could have turned out differently? Would you like to correct your corrections somehow differently? Reassemble the pictures? What generosity! But what about the price of mistake? The weight of decisions made? You've come to know the faceted structure of the world, where the past is just as multivariative as the future. It would be strange if this logic didn't extend to the endings as well. Though some events can't be undone in any way. Sounds reasonable, so I'm not trapped in the postscript? If you wish to go back and make different decisions, just break the mirrors here. They contain amalgam. The past is still open to you. And I'll be able to fix anything? Almost. Some collisions of fate are irreparable, others beyond our power. But what, senor, do you have the greatest regret of all? I regret that I couldn't save Laura. Her life seems incompatible with the life of the town. Is she doomed? Some people are victims of fate's logic. Her entire destiny led to a choice you have no power to prevent. Isn't it fair to honor it? But if you wish, some things could be changed in, let's say, an unnatural way. How so? There is one entity, the thing that eats shadows. By devouring a person's shadows and their dreams, it's capable of tearing almost anyone from their shackles of fate and memory. Perhaps it could help you. But we, Senor, deeply advise against resorting to this help. The catch is obvious from a mile away. I better not tempt myself. We bow to you, Senor. You are a decent anti-hero. The task you were given was difficult and constrained, and we regret many things. But not that you were the center of our narrative. Farewell, and until we meet again. Hold your bows. My best scenes are just ahead.
It's more honest now. Once Denkovsky, now 1,000 fragments of Denkovsky.
Yeah, I don't know what the projector is about, honestly.
I didn't realize you could walk past the mirrors.
No, you can't. This is just a weird...
around...
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. You're right, but also there are invisible walls here. So this basically means we could adjust everything, right?
No. Yes. No.
I'll ask this straight up direct. Is there an ending locked behind this?
Yes.
So there is a compromise we could achieve. I think the main issue I'm struggling with right now is I don't know if I have the energy to pursue it further. Just because I don't know how much more that is. And I feel like I've been in Pathologic 3 enough, personally.
There is more.
Will we be ending it tonight, or is this, like, a long thing?
I wouldn't call it long per se, but there are things that can be done. There are other endings you could get that are only available once you beat the game for the first time.
I'm guessing one of them is the compromise. Also, let's be real here, I guess in a way I just want a yes or no statement. Is this the Clara ending, where we could get both the polyhedron and the town?
Yeah, sort of.
Is there more?
Yes, there are things you need to do. There is a sequence of things you need to do.
No, I mean, is there more endings than that? Is there something else entirely different?
As Velvet said, there is a quote-unquote true ending.
I suppose we should just head for the true ending, then. What should we do to get the ball rolling on that?
Go to day 2.
There was something mentioned about day 2. We could be a guy like, can't we?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to reset anything?
I don't know which one you need to reset. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you need to reset anything specifically.
How direct a hint you want?
Look through them.
How direct a hint you want? It is slightly convoluted. Direct action, as little details as you could possibly muster. Because I wanted to be pointed in a efficient direction without anything being explicitly told. If that is even possible. Souls and halves. Playing detective. Canes are offended. Who you just talked to who was pushing to demolish the polyhedron? Yeah, Lilac. We're trying to find her. We determined that a while ago.
Remember, she came in on the second day.
What did it say specifically they did on day 2? Oh, talk to Peter. So we don't really have to erase anything, do we? And if we do, I could always just, you know, warp back. Also, we never took the Simon vaccine, did we? A solid work. Gala has been looking for evidence of the polyhedron's hazardous nature. Should I interfere? Oh, this is the day 2 door that we're not supposed to do, right?
Oh, you're not gonna loot the clock?
By effects! I can't believe after all we are now, we're still fucking beheld to human nature. I still have a fucking bad human heart. We've pretty much looted everything on day 2, haven't we?
Don't you think my color's faded?
Oh, it's this again. Okay. Yeah, I think that was just a dialogue we never did back. No, I remember the dialogue. We did it. It's just I don't think it registered.
As if things are animated.
How much,
So, what is the caretaker doing outside your place?
I don't know.
Vibing, apparently.
No, he was introducing us to the cathedral's mechanics and how it could repair shards.
You're too high strung.
Now, how do we interfere? But yeah, I think the real question we should have is, what is the estimated length of this? Because I don't know if I'm going over or not.
Not over long.
It sounds like we just have to disprove Lilith's theorems, which is funny because
yes,
that was.
You need to stop her investigation.
Because it sounds like we could have doubted her out the gate.
Tired of this noise.
Yeah, we had no reason to come out here during this day, did we?
And I mean, if you want, you can also fix your thing with the rat prophet.
I think I'm going to own that as a mistake I have made in the process of things. And also,
you want to know how you could save the kids?
I read up on that. I would have to do the whole chasing wild Nina around and then ask her to help.
Yep.
But the one thing that I have learned that people really should do and don't ultimately do is own up to their mistakes, But also, I am admittedly tired. This is part 23.
I mean, Chad, if you want to see it, get the game for yourself.
Brother, I hear you're here.
Did you want something? I'm sorry, I don't think I know you. I'm Daniil Dankovsky. I used to study at the university together with your brother back at the capital. Forget all about me, huh? Of course. You're the one who tore his pants on the fence when you were escaping the constables together with Andre, right? I saved his hide that day. Without me, he'd be caught. He used to call you his grace-torn pants. This is funny because it shows a problem that always happens with the IPL's games, and that there's always dialogue of like somebody's coming or somebody has come and it's never animated. They're just there and it seems out of place. Touching, but I wasn't looking for you right now just to share memories from my student years. Listen closely, a guy like Lilac will be here any minute.
Restrained and composure.
Funny, I am only just approaching the table and it's my own name I hear. Greetings, Dr. Dankovsky. An unexpected meeting in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Greetings. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave. Peter and I have a long talk ahead of us. A private one. I'd prefer to stay. In fact, I insist on that. Erudita, please escort the esteemed doctor outside. He's got enough pub time for today. Fresh air will do him good. Let's get you out of here, doctor, and do please keep your dignity. Don't make a scene. This has never helped anyone. I'll be back. Tried to stop, but failed. Her intellect and her servant's power left me no choice. Peter couldn't withstand Agaila's pressure. Agaila's strategy doesn't miss, but she's made mistakes in the past. I need to remember. Where else did she make mistakes? Because the only one I could think of was getting ambushed by Karminski's goons. What about the door? Remember, this isn't the first encounter with her for Daniil. Yeah, but that's in the past. Like, the past to the past.
And the important thing about how she played chess is she was all too willing to give up pawns to get what she wanted.
Perhaps you could Oh. Where was that? But that was also an interrogation docket. Can we redo interrogations?
No, reminiscing, like...
I'll just say it, I don't know what direction to go in because, like, with all that's happened, I have no idea where it is. Like, there has been so much over 2 months that I can't remember where anything is. Look at the chessboard in detective vision. Oh, okay.
One precise move is needed to break through her defense, but I'm terrible at chess.
She makes no mistake. Agaila is always one step ahead. can't come even earlier. Everybody has weaknesses. She wasn't always winning. I'm starting to remember. Like me, Agaia is persecuted by the powers that be. Ooh. She just makes no mistakes when I'm almost positive they patched the layout of the board because she made a mistake. Should I make a deal with Block? No, Block is also under thumb, isn't he? Should I inform Karminski of her? Today is too early. Gala has lost chess at once. It was the talk of the Institute. An ordinary player became queen. I wonder why she lost. Heard people's reactions but didn't appreciate the approach the boards. Who was I waiting for by the window? Oh my god. Is that the fucking... No, it's not. Chess player Rakhmata from Radiology. God, I thought it was a psychologist for a second. Yeah, I thought it was Tellman, but no, it's just a radiologist. The audience erupted with excitement. Agaia Lilik had made a mistake. She played against everyone else before. 1 tie, 0 losses. Was she distracted? By her opponent? Cigarettes? Was Gaila distracted by smoking? She was a smoker herself. Was it... Oh, IPL. Was it about her opponent's terrible cigarettes? Too strong? No, I saw her smoking stronger ones. Was her opponent...
I think you are maybe on the right track.
Too fashionable? Some semi-poisonous mixture for those who can't stop at tobacco? Agaila was poisoned. And the smoker himself wasn't? Agaila can think it makes sense. Got sick. She has an allergy to this tobacco mixture. She needs air. A mixture of tobacco and belladonna is her weakness. Both could be found in the town. On day 2. See you in half a year.
There is an immutable and rational order that fate itself has composed. All things run their inevitable courses, down the topology of the universe, toward the mass of this black gravity.
Are you certain of this move? Either you are extraordinarily madly bold or foolish, or you know some rules unknown to me. Where are we at the moment? Are we in the flashback, or are we at the game with Peter?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're going back anyway.
I'm mainly deciding what to choose here because this feels a bit too direct, let's say.
Aren't you trying to get to the heart of it?
What was that?
I said, aren't you trying to get to the heart of it? Why would dancing around it really help, especially with her?
I'm looking at this like if I tell her that, she's going to be aware of it, you know?
Yeah, my point is you are outside of time anyway.
Oh, that's what we're looking at here. Belladonna and tobacco, those are your irritants. Pay no mind. Play, it's simply too stuffy in here, that's all. It doesn't bother anyone else. She smokes, so it's not just any smoke. Play, play. I see everything. A strong move, so many sacrifices in that pawn. It seems that you won. The only one of my opponents to ever achieve that. Remarkable. You managed to impress me. And now I ask you. Guyla couldn't focus on the game, allowed herself to be defeated, and immediately left the room. So it turns out the best remedy against an Inquisitor is smoke and mirrors, if we recall Karminski.
Actual smoke and mirrors.
I remembered. Agaila's weakness is a rare tobacco mix. Find tobacco and belladonna and mix them together. Crap. Now the question is this a time limit?
The answer is buy the things, but do them at the start of the day.
Buying them at the start?
You're already too late.
Oh, so just buy the things and then mix them at the start of the day?
Yeah.
Actually, can I mix them now and then reset?
This shit gets buggy. Don't fuck with it.
Okay. Belladonna and tobacco, huh? And we don't have the worm giving us supplies yet.
Yeah, but the children are everywhere and you have marbles and bugs.
The question is, which of the suppliers am I looking for? But I don't think that's too complex. What was that crashing sound?
Probably just ambient noise.
It's the same ambient noise as the mirror breaking, so I may have been a little spooked by it. Wasn't there a guy in early in the timeline who went around breaking mirrors? I don't remember.
Well, there's the tobacco.
No belladonna on hand. Jabba jabba jabba.
Later, you little shit.
Nah, they're great. Even if I fucked up really bad, the children are very much appreciated. Feeling when you gotta beat your time rival chest, so you hit up a drug dealer for tobacco and belladonna. You all saw that poppin', right?
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking game sometimes, dude. God. I want a Claripath so badly, and yet I'm so fucking terrified of it.
Lying fucking weeping at the lack of Belladonna.
I'll have to find it somewhere. But like, man, the horror stories I've heard about the Clara route have me excited, but also shaking in my boots. Because all I can imagine is Kaizo Pathologic. And in a weird way, this kind of feels like Kaizo Pathologic. I mean, the scenarios of like, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? Well, time to readjust.
Spoilers, you weren't.
Please, there you are. No, it's Novocaine. Where the
Fucking rip your nuts, my dude.
Like, if we had the worm, we could get the supplies, but the worm isn't available at the moment. God. I learned something interesting about, the art recently, and I don't know if I brought it up on stream, but I kind of want to bring it up in that, What? No, hey. Fuckface. It's wild how there's so much good art assets of the game, and yet IPL has done nothing to make it available to the general public. Like,
You will never get the prince you desire.
Like, it's not even that. It's weird that, like, their main website now is just links to their store pages on Steam. And it is just for Pathologic 3 and Darkwood 2. They don't even have stuff like The Void or, you know, Pathologic 2 either. And it's just that. There's no other, like, anything else really, and it's odd. Hell, I was only able to find, like, the in-game art assets because, they were releasing the art in Steam updates, and then I just Googled the artist and found a website of theirs that just has them randomly posted. And it's just so bizarre to me that that's how they operate the situation. Like, usually they'd be
probably
like...
just because probably because that's like, they just want to sell like, there's a thing with the artist.
It could be a deal with the artist, yeah. Belladonna, there we go. So get the supplies, restart the day, and then mix it?
Yeah.
Do I have anything that costs 2? Nah, not really.
Just give her the nuts.
I wanted it to be simple.
This is Pathologic, fucker.
I still want to try to keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, like, I grabbed one of the concept arts. It's the really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the painting of, like, the impossible staircases made as a, what's it called? That is just brush strokes. And I grabbed that and have that as a phone wallpaper now, and it's really nice.
See, I prefer my phone lock screen.
Isn't it just the fucking face from, I always forget the name of the game. The one with the...
Paradigm.
Paradigm, that's it. My brain kept saying Paradox.
Because ages ago, creator of Paradigm put out a picture specifically as phone wallpaper of just Paradigm's face and just skin in every other direction.
For those that are new here because of Pathologic and want to see some more interesting things, we have a stream playthrough of Paradigm on both mine and I believe your channel, Torpid.
Mm-hmm.
And Paradigm is fucking art. It kinda rules.
It also comes with a developer commentary key. Key.
What?
Yeah, and it'll make sure you do what you have to do in each area. Otherwise, the developer commentary could spoil things. But you press J at any moment, you'll get your developer commentary.
Hmm. Oh, that's tempting, dude.
I am also looking forward to his new game.
It's not out yet, but it's like
Experience.
super close, right?
There's a demo out.
Where's the belladonna?
Oh my god, did you somehow shit the belladonna out on the floor?
I have 3 inventory slots. That should be impossible.
Yes, but there's one less inventory slot in the clock, isn't there?
Oh god, you're right. Is the meeting with Peter and Agila time sensitive?
I don't know.
Or is it context sensitive?
I'd put good money on it being context sensitive.
I don't fucking believe this.
Things everywhere.
Do you need to forget Agila meeting
Tired of
Peter?
this noise.
No, there's nothing to forget.
Which store had the belladonna?
That one I think, but I don't know if the stock is consistent.
It is. I noticed it
Okay.
really early on, but like every day the stock resets. That's how I've been able to get so many Meridorms. The only thing that isn't consistent is the stuff you loot. That stuff is permanent. But shops always restock at the start of the day, even though the tragedy specifically told us that was not the case, which is odd, let's say. It was supposed to be simple. Where is it? Devs changed it later. I don't know. That's a lot of patch notes to sift through, so I wouldn't put any effort into that. And I thought I was gonna be playing Mega Bonk at this time. Egg on my face, boy howdy. Where is it? No, wait, wait, what? Oh my god, I'm blind. I was looking at my own inventory in a panic, you see. We can't lose this one, boy howdy. If we do, we're running real short on material. The goal of 3 is to keep you playing until 4. I mean, that'd be impressive considering they released Pathologic 3 in January. Though, they have every asset ready to go, don't they? They would just have to make UI elements. And a whole lot of... I think that's what the dev time in between the games are. is that they just need to actually write the game. Which writing is no small feat, let's say. I'm learning that myself with a little project I'm working on with a buddy that I don't know if will ever come to, like, anything, but I kind of want to give it a shot. Artifact. Allergen tobacco. The latest fad among the students, tobacco with belladonna. Some people do anything to avoid studying, and last year they added radium to them. Oh my god! Also, Torp disappeared.
Blew up.
Weird. Wonder if he disconnected. Getting this done in 5.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
Internet issue?
I don't know what happened, but something tripped the breaker.
Oh man. But yeah, I like this tip here where they say alongside belladonna they added radium to their tobacco.
Yeah, it could be a little silly.
I mean, back then radium was seen as an all-fixing. I needed to reset the day, I think.
Yeah, it's like when he put lead in everything.
We put what in everything?
Lead.
Oh yeah. It's the best sweetener.
Or no, I don't know what the reason is, but I'll just know that it's stupid.
Yeah, no, its radium was the hotness. It was the cool trend, and then the radium girls happened.
It's funny because earlier today I saw an image of somebody showing off a radium hand clean. Like basically like a soap for your hands infused with radium, and that, quote unquote, it burns everything away, leaving only the skin. And my only thought is, oh, that skin ain't gonna be there anytime. That skin's also gonna be gone there, buddy. Oh, hey, yeah, it was posted in the Time Warriors, okay.
That fucking noise.
What, the footsteps?
Yeah.
Oh, you posted it? No. I mean, hey, it's an interesting bit of history there. It's one of those things where we need to be painfully and agonizingly aware of our own mistakes. I can never know where to go to find fucking the broken heart. Thank goodness I'm fast for this one. And then fucking Daniil walks in with a fat doobie in his mouth.
A man's nerves can only take so much.
Oh, right.
They've grown up and grown tired of me.
Did it not work? What did I do wrong? Oh, no. Oh, dude. That is fucking annoying. Well, shit, time to go shopping again. This time I also need to get tobacco as well. It was an artifact! I thought it was locked in! Fucking hell, dude. This game is so wonderful and fascinating and a marvel to behold, but once you get behind the fucking steering wheel, it's so miserable. And it's no fault of the developers either. They're only human, but man, every time a bug rears its ugly heads, I feel my soul leave its body. And I also gotta make sure that I only have 12 inventory items and not 14 as well. That's another little sticky wicket we gotta worry about. I can feel myself being apathetic more by the second.
What about Manic?
I guess Manic too. I'm definitely disguising my apathy with Manic, let's say. Oh, you don't have the goods! It was supposed to be simple. It was supposed to be easy. I had the big fat doobie in my pocket and it fell out. Ugh. God, I was chatting about it with a buddy earlier, but it's very funny how, after playing Mycopunk, the term big fat doobie has just become part of our lexicon. And it could refer to anything. It could be a big joint or a big bullet. You don't know. It's all context sensitive. Why does no one have the drugs? SpongeBob, me boy, I'm going to shoot something. There's no close entrance to this shop. I have to walk all the way there.
SpongeBob, me Bob, I'm fucking shitting.
SpongeBob, me boy, did you know that I'm a cockroach man in a Korean gachapon game?
I could use some quiet.
Is he like a voice actor in like 3 different gachapon games now that I think about it? No, we can do this. I don't know why I'm so fixated on doing it the traditional way, but we can do it the traditional day. There's no Meridorm here. No one's selling Meridorm. What? Oh no, wait, there's one more shop. He's in Arknights. God, I thought he was another one, but... It's Belladonna, yes, but that wasn't that. It was... That kid was selling Novocaine. God, in this moment, I'm the fucking copium meme. Good lord. No one is selling it today. What? Like, Oh god, the shops are RNG. What sick fuck? Well, I could probably go in through the Keynes' clock. Reminded someone Novocaine's penis because he was suffering from a Viagra overdose. That works? Or was it just to dull the pain of having like a fucking stiffy for I can't reset the time today? Huh. In this moment, this is fucking agonizing.
Doctor, I need some radium. My boner's too huge.
That would be quite tragic. Why were there coffins in front of the still water?
I have no clue what the fuck's happening.
I have so. We had
for me.
Oh, did the breaker pop again?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It had been fine all day.
IPL doesn't want you to watch the ending. Clearly it doesn't want me to watch the ending either, because it keeps making fucking Belladonna unavailable. Game design.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
Tried looking at Gregor's VA, but all I could find is sold bad guy stuff. God, Greg's VA does a lot. What the fuck? Hello, I'm a depressed war veteran. I'm also a crazy dude with a lighter sword. I'm also a capitalist crab.
Considering you see like how he does his voice acting, of course he's gonna get work.
Oh my god, I forgot my effects. This is the most nightmare situation ever. This was supposed to be simple. And the kids aren't selling Belladonna.
Your parents found out they had Belladonna and confiscated it.
Apparently, they don't want them smoking radium, apparently.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Why does it keep having the weird, like, tumbleweed pop in? I thought it was because we had the Day 13 assets loaded, but, like, now I don't even know. Please. Please, child. No. God, what if I'm wrong and they only respawn the fucking Meridorm? And everything else is
the most cursed of realities.
There might be other places. Oh yeah, you could absolutely find loot boxes for them, but that's also RNG. But another mobile game. He's Tea-Night Cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom. If I remember right, Don Quixote's VA is also in that. No. No. This isn't happening.
Wasn't the one to the north that had it?
I thought so. And then I went back and they didn't. And I'm learning that while they restock their supply, the only thing guaranteed is the fucking Meridorm. I want to resist the Clarion Call, Velvet, but I feel like I may have to put on the Goblin Mask. Because we've even been at this for 15 minutes. 15 minutes!
The clarion call's not what you seem to think it is, Wang.
I don't care!
Okay.
Cream Clarion Goblin Mac comes the Cream Goblin.
Ugh. No.
In.
Someone on Reddit was on it for 30 minutes. God. What's the console command? We had it a while ago, and then it fucked up. I did it right. I don't want to be at this again because it fucked up through no fault of my own. Also, how do I do debug command? Losing my goddamn mind because RNG's a real bastard. Anybody got the console command? Anyone at all? I need a fucking... I need the softball pitch here. Pathologic. Oh, thank you, Jake. Oh, no, wait, that's maybe. Never rely on maybes. Console pathologic. Control shift. Second console. Spawn NPC. Dossier NPC. Main cast. Other. List of commands. Achievement unlock. Add test notes. Add time life. Camera. Day. Expression game save. Game start. Item add inventory ID. And we're looking for Belladonna. So we go Control Shift Escape. What? No, that's incorrect. We go here, Control Shift tilde, console. ITM underscore add. Item add name Belladonna ID.
After you're done with this, you know what you gotta do. Give yourself a bunch of bullets and just start shooting people.
What's inventory ID? Item add Belladonna. Item add name inventory ID. What's the inventory ID? Does this work? Command not found item add. What? That doesn't make sense. inventory, add, question mark. It's add item. The ass item, yes. So, add item. Item definition not found. Did I do it right? I don't think I did, but like... Control Shift tilde. Maybe case sensitive. That would be bullshit. Still item definition not found. Or did I spell it wrong? Bella. Donna. Oh, is item supposed to be capitalized? Did that work? It did, okay. Okay, we have a whopping 10 in our inventory. Let's try again. Thank you for all the help. Also, Torpo exploded again. Reset you.
You know, thinking about it, couldn't you have just given yourself the funny tobacco that you're supposed to, that you make anything out of it?
What happened is I made it, but when I reset the date, it fell out of my pocket. So, yes, we could, and no, we couldn't. Because if we were to do that, we would have to come back to this point now where we are. And...
I mean, when you're using console commands.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. If I were to do that, I would have to reset the day, then do it, because if I did it at the point we were at, and then reset the day, it would fall out of our pockets. Okay, so... we have the item. We have the thought. Should all be in place. I just have to go there.
Every creak, like a gunshot.
I'm gonna fucking hit this. I need to hit something.
As if things are animated.
This should get us to the Stillwater relatively quickly. Much better. Now we have the big fat doobie, right? Yes. Big fat doobie is in our possession.
It's wizard time, motherfucker!
More like it's big fat doobie time, motherfucker.
Plenty is a plague.
I have no clue what the fuck's wrong.
Might be weather situations? I don't know. Wait, what are you doing?
It is only this room's breaker that's getting tripped.
Weird.
And I'm not doing anything that's drawing more power.
Well. Wait, what are you doing? What the hell? Who are you? I'm slipping a mixture of tobacco and belladonna in your pocket. What does it look like? Why? Think of it as a charm against the Inquisition. Wait, I know you. You're...
Yes?
Daniil Denkovsky. What an unexpected meeting. And right here, too, of all the possible places this world has. You and I have met in the middle of nowhere. There's a certain irony to this. I'd say even symmetry. Didn't expect to see you here, Agaila Lilik. What brings you here? I'll have to ask you to leave, Doctor. Peter and I are gonna have a What's that smell? Smell? I'm afraid I don't smell anything. I've gotten used to the reek of the swill they serve here. This pub is a disgusting place. There's no air in here at all. Excuse me, I'll leave you now. I need to go out. Breathe a little. What's wrong with her? Looks like she was about to faint just now. Keep your distance away from her, Peter. Rub the tobacco mixture between your fingers, stick it in every pocket, and avoid washing, just to be on the safe side. I don't understand. Is this one of those tricks you and Andre do? One of your wicked pranks like in the student years? I only just met you and you're up to something ridiculous again. Agaila Lilik wanted to interrogate you, but I intervened. So what if she interrogated me? Do you think I'm afraid of her?
Yes.
I hope she gets a headache and loses at least a bit of her focus, becomes less tenacious. What, you're mumbling under your breath? I can't hear you over the ruckus. I only got one thing. You decided to guard me for some reason, for some unknown disaster. Did Andre tell you to do that? Don't listen to him. He's the only one who's still blind to me. He still refuses to accept what I've become.
A bitch.
Of what you've become or haven't become, we'll talk later. Just keep a bit of tobacco with belladonna in your pocket, alright? For my sake. Or of Andre's. Are you still here, Dr. Denkovsky? Thank you for entertaining Peter in my absence. Now please leave us. Our conversation is private. Of course, I won't bother you. Best of luck. A miss. Agaila is chased away, not for long, but this will be enough for me. Peter's mere presence causes Agaila vertigo. Now she won't be able to gather evidence of the polyhedron's danger in time. So is that all we needed to do?
Yep.
And now we just
now she won't be able to get her evidence.
And now we just redo the events of day 12?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to forget the judgment?
Yes.
Everything's
But I think that's automatic.
Wee. I love all this mania. Oh, back to day 12. I'm gonna go forget those results just to be safe. Oh right, we gotta talk to Yulia. Oh my god, why am I still so manic?
It's a good thing. You get your job done quicker.
Chimera. Alternative. Time to say goodbye. Constellation of Fates. Wait. If I'm gonna be running at fucking breakneck speeds. Nope. Loop. What? What? I don't have an inventory. This might be bad.
Stop staring at me. Pushover.
I cannot talk, the world is abuzz with mania. Oh, Torpid fucking exploded again, huh?
Yeah, Torpid is still, well, in the call. I guess Pop was figuring out what's going on.
No, I think it's... Sounds like it's is Breaker tripped again. Which sound... Honestly, I'd like... look around at that thing, because it sounds like physical intervention to me, but that's probably me being paranoid.
There he goes.
The world is abuzz with media. How do I fucking stop it? God, that should be enough. I hope it's enough. I'm in trouble. There we go.
There are unseen threads snaking through the tumult that the world seems made of.
There's little time left, and so much left to do.
Pierce's family was ready to share a structural, but I let the moments slip. After that, he became far less cooperative, and yet you figured it out. How, may I ask? In the most banal way, I visually inspected the polyhedron, found workers who did auxiliary labor during the structural installation, calculated some things. An ordinary engineer's investigation. Stamat in silence only spurred me on. Well, and knowledge about the tools that came from your acquaintance with Barack. As you understand, this evidence is sufficient to justify the decision to demolish. I want to see how it all ends this time. So this should be it, right? Because now if we probably poke around with what's it called? With her decision, and we say, hey, can we look at it one more time? We'll probably find mistakes, won't we? Also, I don't want my heart to explode, so I'm gonna go restock some supplies that were so unrightfully taken from me. But yeah, just to confirm, I don't think there's anything else we need to do since Karminski is still alive. Yep. God, we have to keep Karminski alive. That's such a fucking brutal thing.
You have something to argue in favor of keeping the Pathologic destroyed.
You think you're cool-headed, but you're just cooling.
Things look different here.
Some laws are unbreakable. Those who break them will inevitably be punished for crimes against the logic of existence.
Sorry about that, I had to open a particularly stubborn thing. Apparently there's a post-ending script to save Laura Ravel and Andre too. Yeah, because you have to basically say, make a deal with someone to eat their fate. Your directive, Lilac, has no legal force, for it rests mostly on conjecture. Some kind of spike underneath the polyhedron, some kind of tunnels underground where blood is allegedly flowing. Where is this evidence? Blueprints, calculations, assays, testimonies, anything at all? I'm disappointed.
There's little time left, and so much left to do.
I admit it, yes. I had trouble assembling on an evidentiary basis, but I'm certain of my conclusion. The polyhedron is dangerous. Let's make this explicit. Inquisitor Lilac has presented us with a hypothesis about the epidemic's cause. Not fact. So this is just siding with the polyhedron, then, it sounds like. Yes, a supposition. There's no conclusive proof. The fact that it hasn't been found today doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I don't wish to make it to sound like a formalist, but I must remind you, Inquisitor Lilac is in this town in an unofficial capacity. Her investigation into the epidemic's cause is a private initiative. Of course, that's a trifle compared to human lives. Still, General, remember this. The orders that carries greater weight for you is the one issued by the Inquisitor, officially entrusted with the town.
My arms are stiff.
I never forget the chain of command, Inquisitor Karminski. Be that it as may, Inquisitor Zililac's hypothesis is extremely disturbing. If the cause is the polyhedron, we can't afford to ignore it. But the evidence truly is insufficient. Gentlemen, time is short. The epidemic threatens to spread to other settlements. Every day, every hour of delay increases that risk. Our choice today is simple and cynical. Either the polyhedron comes down or the town dies because we did nothing, with many more towns to follow. Haste may do even more harm. You can't make a decision this radical without solid proof. A decision must be made today. Such is the directive of the powers that be. I'm the one who must carry it out, but I won't pretend I'm at a loss. Perhaps the grace in my life. 2 Inquisitors have given me contradictory orders. General, consider this. I'm giving you a clear objective. I can even calculate the shot's trajectory. I know you've been instructed to minimize casualties. My order to fire at a specific structure fits that instruction better than anything else. That specific structure has strategic value for the state, and, I dare say, for all humanity. The polyhedron is a key to the mysteries of being, a breakthrough to a higher level of understanding reality. I gotta close a window real quick. What was that? This shell it with cannons is pure barbarism. Lilac, you're biased. You're bent on destroying the polyhedron even without the proof of its hazard. Is this personal? Oh, yes. Denkovsky, I expected to find an ally in you. I'm sorry you're so ready to join this irresponsible, bloody dream of miracles. The polyhedron has already taken thousands of lives. You want to sacrifice tens, hundreds of thousands more for Simon Kane's grand design? Simon Kane tried to save this town from worse calamities yet. The last one is the Chad move. Yeah, but I feel like it's too out of place. I didn't have the honor of knowing Simon Kane. If he were alive, I'd listen to his opinion with great attention. But he isn't here. Dankovsky, though, you've been invited here without even an advisory capacity. I'll grant you one now. You've opened my eyes to an important factor, the possible bias of one of the Inquisitors. That's unlawful, General. Besides, Dankovsky's words won't protect anyone at the coming tribunal. You've mistaked a pawn for a queen. You're saying that, Lilac, only because he spoke against you. I want to hear Dankovsky's opinion. You'll be ready to listen? Yes, I have orders from 2 Inquisitors before me. Lilac demands the polyhedron be destroyed, but she doesn't have enough evidence. Karminski demands preservation, but cannot provide guaranteed safety. What say you? Let's look at the other ending. Then it is decided.
So, that is what you chose, Dankovsky.
What was that?
We saved the polyhedron at the cost of agreeing with Karminski.
Yep. Now I see differently. And you're here.
Guilty.
So you chose to preserve the miracle at the cost of all this blood. Yes, the world will never lack blood, but miracles are unique. I died and did not die. I walked every corridor at once. I am free, and therefore humanity is free. We have stepped over death. The children imagined and me. It's your inner self-hatred, Dankovsky. That's why it's not enough for you to be merely a man, isn't it? No, Inspector, I'm done playing by your rules. I set them now, and I ask the questions. It struck me, for example, that you know everything about me, and I know nothing about you. What's your name? Isaac? Why do I trouble you so? You're not merely doing a job, you have clung to me like a tick, as if the answers you want is not for the file, but for you alone. I am the observer, invaluable bachelor, ergo, I observe. I think the observer is not you. It is me. You simply do not grasp who you are addressing. You keep reproaching me for half-heartedness, for sacrifice, but there's nothing more merciful than to free humanity from its shackles. I am driven not only by an eye for beauty, but nor by a thirst for breakthrough. I will bring them happiness. And there's not a shred of doubt within you? Silence. You are incapable of saying anything I have not already said to myself. You pick your replies from a catalog of my own remorse. Enough. I have broken out of captivity. Understand that, at last. And what of the plague? The plague was the world's allergic reaction to an impossible construction. It is its antonym. Where the bachelor Daniil Dankovsky now stands, it cannot exist. As for other places, we have a great deal of work ahead. You cannot cure the plague from here. The polyhedron is beyond its reach, but it is beyond the polyhedron's reach too. They said the same thing about death. Farewell, Dankovsky. You have crossed a line that once seemed a wall. From the other side, it all looks different. What is he... Oh, he is just enjoying his tools. My man is just fucking with causality at this point. Oh. We stayed in the polyhedron at the cost of the town. Achieve the ending Bachelor Dankovsky dreamed of. True immortality. Is that the last of it?
I have achieved immortality, says Dinkowski, but not noticing that Barak is applying C4 to the bottom of the polyhedron.
There are other endings. You don't have to accept Simon's thing. I thought that was an irreversible choice. I guess my question is Clara's ending possible? Where the polyhedron and the town are able to coincide. This ending is debatably the only real ending. Yeah, because it reads to me that Danko was so obsessed with Simon and the polyhedron that he basically suffered the same fate as the children, which amusingly is really appropriate given how often he was like sympathizing with the children. So it's kind of funny that he fell into the same scheme. But yeah, that never really answers my question. Is there a way for Clara ending, or is that just not in the cards? Because while I understand what you're trying to get at, Ish, at this point, if this is the only thing past the ending, it kind of feels like we're just, you know, spinning our wheels at this point. Don't think so, no. The most unreal ending. I think it's the most... I think it is the realization of the Dankovsky ending from the original, but without the, This was the ending I wanted you to see. Yeah, where Dankovsky truly damned them all, yeah. Because, like, it's the Dankovsky ending. It is what happened in Pathologic 1. It's just interesting that, instead of throwing his lot in with the Canes and, making the new town, he damned literally everyone. But man, it's super fucked that that's the ending. Wow.
Well, instead of leveling the town, you leveled with a cannon, you leveled it a different way.
Yeah, he really did just like fucking... He just ignored it after all. He never made the vaccine. Holy shit. That's... Arguably, the implication of the ending is that he's transcending time. All realities are simultaneously true to him. Oh, that's what it is. He's not... Okay, so it is the fact that he's just, you know, playing with toys now. I thought it was the fact that he just became, you know, lulled in by the polyhedron and became the same problem, had the same problem that the kids were dealing with. If that's the case, I'd argue that's supremely fucked. Cause like, man, if he is at everything, that means he's also at the worst timelines. But yeah, I think we could call it there. And complete this in one of Claire's dialogues, talking about the stuffing of the dolls becoming flesh. Path of 4 is going to be all about whether or not these characters can become true people. Yeah, because one of the things that we notice throughout the game is that, typically when a person dies, they're buried with as a doll, not an actual body, which is bizarre. But yeah, I think it's time to put Pathologic on the shelf.
Yeah, put the logic to path.
Oi. Also, even if the end, Danko left many people nameless. He never saw them. He saw them as things. Yeah. I do wanted to get some thoughts on the end there, because I still do like this game. It's just that it kind of got a little long in the tooth at the end. Like, this is an ambitious game, and it was... Hang on a second. Like, this was a very ambitious game, and I'm glad that they were able to realize what they wanted to do, but also, like, having to do the loops over and over again started to feel a bit, laborious in a way, just because you have to, like, keep redoing things. But I don't... While I find that a criticism of the game, I don't fault it for it, because, it is one of, like, it is one of the clearest realizations of IPL's ambitions, and I'm glad it happened. But I definitely feel like I should have, like, probably taken a day or two of a break. Because buddy, this was... Oh. This was a lot. And I'll say this, I don't feel... I definitely feel like from start to finish this was enjoyable. I didn't feel like a bit disappointed at the end like I was with Silk Song. Like, that's the thing I'm kind of looking at here is, like, in between this and Silk Song, I was at least glad to get to the finish line despite how laborious it was. Meanwhile, with Silk Song, when I got to Act 3, it kind of felt like the second half of Final Fantasy VI, but without the pathos. Well, not the pathos, but without, like, you know, the development. Real fast, pop back in it. No! Just let me put this to bed. Like, I am over...
You're gonna miss out on a 2-hour tragedy and sex scene.
God. The hot coffee mod, yeah. Like, understand the tone of what I've been going through the past hours. I want this done, and we are past hour. But yeah, like, I do like this game. It's just much like the questions that a lot of people ask, is that, is the labor worth the squeeze? And while it was, I'm tired. I am fucking exhausted.
So instead, I wants to get past this so he can play his brainlet games.
Yeah. I did kind of want a Mega Bonk. Oh, hi? Hi what? Oh, yeah, I know Velvet was asking for it, but, like, I want to be done. A shame it couldn't be there. Yeah, it fucking sucks that your breaker was just exploding for some reason. But yeah, I think I'll cover for my post thoughts. Like, I covered it well with the most of it with the fake credit sequence. But yeah, like, I am intrigued by Pathologic 4. I don't know if I could say I'm excited, but also mainly because I'm tired and I think that might be adjusting my expectations. So, till the next apocalypse that's going to happen. Because it's a little weird that every time I streamed a Pathologic, we've been on the brink of something happening.